Hello, this is Lauren again. I am back again today with my Brewmaster monk, and he is level 33 now. Um, a lot of the abilities I've been given are relatively straightforward since the last video I put up yesterday. Spear Hand Strike is a spell interrupt, nothing crazy there. I have one called Disable, and that is it's a lot like Hamstring that warriors have, only this is stacks. It's 25% per stack, stacking 2 times. And if you use it on them a 3rd time, it'll root them for 8 seconds or 3 if it's a PvP target. I have received Guard, which is kind of similar to Power Word Shield. You only do it to yourself. And any heals you put on yourself while the guard is up are increased by 30%. So that's probably more for while you're out soloing or taking down a world elite or something like that, or like a quest, a group quest elite or something of that nature. Another one I have is Touch of Death, and that is it's actually kind of a cool ability. It costs 3 chi, and it's an insta-kill button. The obviously you can't use it on other players because just no, that would be way too cheap. The big oh hell, what's the word I'm looking for? The big catch to this is that they have to have equal or less health than you. And I'm not entirely sure whether this would work on, say, a raid boss or something of that nature. So, you know, when you're at level 90 raiding and you have 400,000 health, you may not be able to hit Touch of Death even if they have less health than you. And just a thought. I got my first buff. It's called Legacy of the Emperor. And that's what it looks like. It's kind of cool. Increases strength, agility, and intellect by 5% for everybody in the raid. Like I said, I thought that was pretty cool. I have this one that's called Expel Harm, and what that does is it is a small heal, and it will also any damage you heal to yourself will get sent to a nearby target, somebody within 10 yards. Now, it does have to actually be effective heal, like you can't overheal for whatever the amount is and do that much damage. It has to be all effective healing. Now, another couple things I wanted to talk about. One minor annoyance I've come across out in the world is that you can tab target critters. That's it's a minor annoyance, but it can be, I don't know. It's like I said, it's a minor annoyance. May or may not go live. I don't know. One that is a much bigger annoyance, and I will show it after I kill this guy. They've completely redone the way the spellbook is, in that everything is now under one tab, regardless of what spec you are. Like, I'm a Brewmaster, and we all know that there's some abilities that, regardless of what spec you are, you're going to use. Like, Jab and Tiger Palm and Blackout Kick. Those are all abilities that any spec would use. But they're all going to be under, like there's Blackout Kick, they're all going to be under whatever tab your current spec is. It has Brewmaster up top because that's what I am right now. There's Blackout Kick and so on and so forth. And if it's spec specific, it'll say Brewmaster or whatever underneath. The downside to this is you'll notice that there's not a tab for your guild perks. So everything that you get from being in a guild is also going to be in the same tab with your class spells. Like, okay, let's look at this one. For Great Justice, ranks 1 and 2. They're both in there. And then on the next page is... We'll go back a page then. On the previous page is Roll and Resuscitate and Sever and so on and so forth. So I am level 33. And I have 4.5 pages of abilities that I can... quote-unquote active abilities. And I say active in ones that are not ones that I have to press a button to use, but you get what I'm trying to say. They're activated. That's the word I was looking for. And it's really, really annoying because by the time it's all said and done, when I reach, level 90, there's going to be 6.5 pages worth of stuff that I'll have to sort through if I were to reset my talent bars or respec or something of that nature. I'm hoping it's not something that is going to go live, and they may change it. Again, this is beta, so make sure you keep everything in with a grain of salt. But I really do not like that change. Anyway, I probably won't make another video until level 50, because there's only a couple more abilities I get between now and then, so my spellbook's not going to change much. The talents are... Oh, the level 30 talent I picked. I went with Power Strikes because I've always felt that having more chi lets you use your harder hitting abilities, and it just works better. Again, this one's going to be a perfectly personal choice. There's one called Ascendance, increases the maximum amount of chi by 1, but it has no UI, which means it won't show up over here just yet. And then the next one is Jinyu Cider, instantly restores all of your chi with a 1.5 minute cooldown. That could be useful for some things. It's just not for me. I could see it being useful if you wanted to, unleash a bunch of blackout kicks at once or something like that. I don't know. Maybe it'll come in more handy once I get more of my toolbook. Who knows? I know some people have been curious about how the getting rid of talents works. I don't have any on me, but it works exactly like replacing Glyph. And it's even the same reagent for now. That may change in the future, but for now, underneath level 80, it is Vanishing Powder, and then once you cross level 80, or once you hit level 81, it turns into Dust of Disappearance. And you just, if you want to relearn talent, you can right-click on it, and it'll say, are you sure you want to remove this ability, cost 1 Vanishing Powder, which I don't have any on me when I'm not too worried about, so I'm not going to do that. I did get a dual spec and go with Windwalker, but at this point, I wasn't a real big fan of it. I think it could just be a lot that I don't have a lot of the repertoire to make it work for my personal tastes. So I decided to stick with Brewmaster. I'll probably try it out again in a few more levels and see what goes from there. But for now, I'm just having a blast with Brewmaster. Anyway, that is all I have for now. So thanks for watching. As always, if you have any questions or anything specifically you want to see, leave a comment, and I hope to see you again.